So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another stream this morning and the first day after the so-called elected new President Biden is very, very positive, guys. Okay, we talked about it yesterday, I think, and the days before. I think that it's a lot of uncertainty that goes now out of the market, right? Because we were so much into this election game, 2 months in, back, forth, up, down, and and now we have finally some certainty that we know who apparently won this election. I know there's a lot of conspiracy out there and so on, but, let's take just the facts that we can, understand so far, and the media and the outlets that called, the next president, it's now, Biden so far, okay? So, I would like to go directly into the pre-market, guys, okay? Pre-market is here with the S&P 500 plus 1.5%, the Dow futures 1.2%, the Nasdaq futures hugely up with 2.31%, the Russell is up 1%, crude oil is up 2.7%, gold is up a little bit, so everything is up as of this morning. Let me have a look. VIX is going down, which is always also a good indicator that stocks are going further up. Bitcoin, I feel like Bitcoin is even getting more and more important to mention in this daily updates, because they just went crazy, right, over the last couple of days, because of the news of the overall situation with PayPal, with other companies like Square investing into Bitcoin. So it's definitely something to watch very closely. And that's pretty much it. So I think that we should now dive into the earnings, because we're still having a couple of earnings to come. So this week we have important earnings, like for example McDonald's will show us how their fast food sales and the food sales are going on. It seems very, very interesting, because this is always a nice indicator for the overall economy as well, right? I mean, if people are not that happy by spending money, they will not go to McDonald's and spend their money there. But as more as the economy be better, as more people, I think, spend their time at McDonald's and buy their food there. So this is a kind of indication for the economy as well. I always see it from this point. Other than that, we have Canopy Growth, a company that is, maybe benefiting from the current election outcome. Then we have Norwegian Cruise Line, for sure, maybe interesting. Then on Tuesday, nothing that struck my mind that much. Then Wednesday we have GD, this Chinese big heavyweight, and then we have Thursday a couple of interesting ones, which is for example Walt Disney or Cisco. Finally ending the week with no other big earnings. So you see slowly the earnings are fading out with some of the last big names that are going to show us their numbers. Now, on the other side, let's have a look on the economic calendar if there is any big dates that we should be aware of. So this morning will be in Great Britain the Bank of England Governor Bailey's speech. This is something that is always watched, what the banks are going to do, or the big Bank of England will going to do. It's something like the ECB in Europe, or the Federal Reserve in the US. So always interesting what happens there. Otherwise, not really nothing that should affect the market. So actually, if we don't have any big news, then I guess this day will continue in this direction, or maybe we'll go a little bit lower. Let's see. I'm super excited, I called this the Biden stock market rally. It seems to be the a catalyst for further growth as of now. But again, this is lots to do also with the uncertainty that goes out of the market. Make sure to subscribe, guys, and ring the bell. This is very important here on this channel if you don't want to miss any further news by them. Now let's start a little bit about the big guys. Okay, so Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and other big guys are reacting the overall situation with the they just congratulate. Okay, they didn't had a good start with Trump, specifically guys like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. So let's see if the overall situation will be much better with with Biden. So Jeff Bezos and others congratulated over these social media feeds. Obviously, Twitter is there the way to go to congratulate the new president-elect. And then, however, we have still, the overall Rona situation going on, and 126 cases are going to be recorded, which is, unfortunately not that nice. And I think that, more and more, the question really will be, guys, when we will start to slow down. Because if we are slowing down in the cases, then obviously we will see some pretty good significant gains on the stock market as well. And I think we will see this first in Europe, because Europe is very strict in putting lockdowns out there. And I think this the outcome of these lockdowns will be visible in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And then, this should give the market a little bit of certainty that we have or getting this back under control. So make sure to follow my second channel as well, Wolf of Dubai 2. I'm posting there every single day. So if you don't want to miss the content there, make sure to smash that subscribe button and the ring bell button on the description. In the description, there's the link to my second channel, or on my main page. You will find it, I'm sure. I have full confidence in you. And Joe Biden is actually announcing directly on Monday, so today, his task force against the invisible enemy that is currently shaking up the communities everywhere in the world. I think that's a good move, showing that he has some priority into that. Let's see if by the time where he gets really in office, how hard it will be, because it's still like 3 months, okay, or 2 months until he will be really put into office. So, a lot can change in half a year, right? And I think, once we are overcome, this peak again, then we should see some improvement into this situation as well. Make sure to also follow me on Instagram, guys. So Wolf of Dubai Danny. Let's follow me there. I'm posting there every single day and my stories about the stock market, about Dubai, everything what you might be interested in is happening there outside of my daily vlogs and live streams. So the next thing that I have seen a little bit, that Biden obviously will unwind some of Trump's agenda by putting some of executive orders. Obviously, this is one of the first things every new president is somehow doing, right? Trump did this with Obamacare, so nothing that should bring the market into crazy moods. And then we are having Netflix is betting big on Asia, guys. And this is interesting because they have a product, if you think about it, that is not that expensive, right? I mean, $10-20 is for us in the Western world very less money, but in India, for example, it's a lot of money. This is maybe sometimes a monthly salary. Okay, so obviously, I think though it's a very big price, I think that Netflix can really step into the market, and they have the platform already, so they want to gain as much subscribers as possible. So I think with an interesting price and content strategy, they can go really, really big in those Asia markets. And I'm talking about, India specifically, because India has more than 1 billion people, guys. And imagine, a third of it could enter Netflix as subscription. This would be absolutely mind-blowing for Netflix. And I think this is where they really try to tap in this kind of market. So very interesting how they want to position themselves. They are definitely investing huge amount of money here in this press release, 400 million into original content as well as licensing of content in the Indian market alone. So hugely investments there, and definitely the right step to go. And then we having Warren Buffett. He released his statement on Saturday, and what was interesting was that he bought back $9 billion worth of his own shares. So this is quite heavily. And there's always the question why he does that, right? Why he does that, and it's clear because he has confidence that either his company is going for cheap right now, or he don't have any other opportunities out there to invest his hugely cash pile that they have. So in both cases, it's definitely some good news that Warren Buffett is active, at least buying his own shares, and his portfolio was kind of mixed. Obviously Apple, one of his biggest positions, went up 26%. Other positions went down a little bit, right? So and nothing special there. I think we covered everything that you need to know for today. Make sure to thumb up this live stream. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful start into the week. I see you in just a couple of hours with my brand new vlog.